interrupted cuts, multiple journals, inclined exit of your bore, face machining in a bore. On the drawing, it looks easy, right? But what about in the machine? Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Johnny. I'm Director Sales Tools here at URMA. Everybody knows that sometimes the value designers come up with crazy tolerances, heavy interruptions, specific surfaces, and many more. While in R&D and designing, these features are beneficial for the performance of the part and maybe also makes your part stand up against others on the market, someone has to manufacture it. With URMA, you have the right partner for this, because we love to get challenged. But let's talk about what we see on a daily basis in the market and how we solve these challenges. A great example are journals. They are needed, for example, in hydraulic valves, in crankcases, also known as liner bores. The challenge here is to achieve very tight concentricities as well as tight bore tolerances and specific surface values, of course. Our go-to solution here is using tools with guide paths. The procedure is very straightforward. We prepare the first journal with a pilot. The goal here is to be as short as possible and as stiff as possible, because this will be our reference for the rest of the bores. In a second step, we will enter into the reamed pilot with a guide path tool. The trick here is to lower drastically the cutting speed while maintaining the same feet per tooth. Once guided on the ceramic guide paths, we are speeding up the cutting speed and machining the rest of the journals. One of the benefits here is that thanks to the multi-edged reamers and the stiff tool body, the wear on the guide paths is minimal. But what about cross bores or even half bores? If we're talking about symmetrical interruptions, means the missing material is the same shape 180 degrees on the other side. In most cases, guide paths are not needed. We can address this with steeper geometries which have less radial pressure. What happens when the interruption is uneven? Well, after a certain ratio of about 10 to 20%, either a very stiff setup with a carbide shank and a special geometry is needed, or a guide path tool becomes necessary. In some parts, a corner radius and/or a face machining in step bores is needed. But is there something I need to consider when using these geometries? Yes, the cutting force increases dramatically when the face is cutting. Due to this, vibrations can occur or the torque gets too high for your machine and your tool. We at URMA take this into consideration and apply, in many cases, the face cut only on every other tooth to reduce the forces. Let your struggle become our challenge. Stay tuned.